first question will be about the Italian current Minister of Foreign Affairs, Federica Mogherini, who will assume the position of a High Representative for Foreign and Security Policy of the European Union as of November 1st this year. And first of all, how do you think, what her priorities will be as an Italian, and what her line towards Ukraine and Russia might be?
Okay. Yes, I think it will be a balanced strategy. What do I mean by balanced? Well, I think that she's perfectly aware that the European Union perhaps has not always done the best in that area over the last years, and I think we could have an improvement, and I'm pretty happy about the fact that our Prime Minister insisted on having her appointed to the position of High Representative, because I think that in the future of the European Union, foreign policy should play a major role. I think that we haven't paid enough attention to foreign policy, to security issues, and I think Federica Mogherini could be the right person to sort of strengthen use foreign policy, which currently almost doesn't exist. So at least I hope that it will make a change with respect to the management by Lady Ashton. This is perhaps being optimistic, I don't know, but I hope it will be that way, because I think that probably so far we have had member states fighting against each other with different priorities, and instead, in the interest of peace, security, we need to reach common positions with respect to crucial issues. And I think that the relationship with Russia is absolutely crucial. So the point is, will she be able to do it? She's pretty young, but she has, let's say, the right background. She knows a lot about international relations. That's her area where she's worked a lot. She's not well known, that is true, young and not well known, but our Prime Minister is also relatively young, and so which means that they probably have determination in what they want to do, and in the specific case of Ukraine, I hope that this will be positive both for Ukraine, for Russia, and for the European Union. What do I mean by that? I mean, Ukraine is critical in terms both not only economic and security. In economic terms and in security terms, Ukraine is crucial for the European Union. So I think that whoever takes up the position, and in this case certainly it will be, I'm certain that she will be confirmed, so it will be her, and I'm pretty happy that this happened despite internal, let's say, criticism by some countries. I'm thinking about, countries close to Ukraine weren't that happy because they thought that she was too much pro-Russian.
Exactly, I wanted to ask about that. Do you agree with that criticism? Because also in Ukraine some people are saying that she, at least at the beginning, when the Ukraine crisis started in February, for example, in March, when the annexation of Crimea happened, the stance of Federica Mogherini as Foreign Minister of Italy was quite moderate towards Russia. She resisted the sanctions imposition. So do you think these fears that she is quite pro-Russian are justified?
No, I think, I think that you cannot be just on one side. And I think that the European Union didn't do things in the right way over the last years. Maybe the promises it made to Ukraine were, we promised this and this and that, and then when it comes to what is it exactly that you can do, well, the European Union is very slow in taking decisions, unfortunately, because it has to put together positions of so many different states. So it is a very sort of burdensome process to reach a decision. So I think in some cases the decisions which were taken by the European Union were a bit too, let's say, not right, because this did not ease the let's say, the process in this particular area. We need, Russia is an important actor in the global arena. Russia certainly doesn't want to have on its borders people fighting against us, and you cannot think that Russia will abide by anything that happens right next to its borders. You have to understand that in geopolitical terms, there needs to be some balance between what the majority of people from Ukraine feel and that they want to be with the with the European Union, but there's also a minority that doesn't feel that way. So there needs to be an accommodation between these different positions. Otherwise, you will not get out of it. You will just have a civil war. Think of South Africa. There needs to be some kind of agreement reached between both sides, taking into account the fact that Russia has its own international and geopolitical interests, which cannot be simply cancelled.
Mm-hmm. So, answering to the question, you do not think that Federica Mogherini is pro-Russian?
I think she will be able to look at both sides. This is what I feel. And if, as far as I understand, she will have as Chief of Staff Stefano Manservisi. At least this is what I heard 2 days ago. I don't know if it will be confirmed. And this also is something that I think will be very positive, because Stefano Manservisi was head of the Justice and Home Affairs some time ago, so he knows very well, for instance, all of the problems connected with migration issues, which are a topic also in the relationship between Ukraine and the European Union. The borders between Ukraine and Poland is a critical issue also. So, and he was now the head of the European delegation, the European Union delegation in Turkey, which is another hot area. And he's a person which has also very interested in reaching effective decisions, but also very capable of understanding complicated issues. So I think that she will be sided by good staff, good personnel that can be reliable. So I think that, generally speaking, the European External Action Service has not proved to be so efficient so far. And my hopes are that with this change, there will be an improvement also in the institutionalization of the European External Action Service. And as far as I understand, she's got people around her that will be able to help her in the right direction, which for me means, first of all, taking care of what is security, peace around its borders.